Okay. Alright. We should be back. And there's a setting that I need to play around with next time. Okay. Now that I've cleared video backups off of my main hard drive, where the game is running. Or at least where the saves are generated, because, yeah, ran out of space. Funny how that happens. Okay. So where were we? We have our houseplants. I don't think there was any other, like, little clutter that I wanted to put on the table. Yeah, there's not really clutter items. But there is a table with a bunch of food and stuff on it, so we'll put that down here. Boom, boom, boom. It's really close to the stairs, I'll be honest. But whatever. Let's... try to put the chairs where the plates are at the table. Okay. What else? Ooh, yeah. Hold on. We got this. We got... and then a little ottoman? No, that's not really what I want. I want, like, a really low table. That's not low enough. I do like a wooden stool. No, that's just not pleasant to look at. You know, I could do like this. Yeah. Okay. And then we want the clock. I think I want... Wait, is there a bookshelf? Would it be under storage? None of those. There's an iron shelf. No, none of these. That's like the closest that comes to what I'm looking for. I don't even like to look at that too overly much, but I'll put one of these right here. We just need to fancy it up with a carpet. I wanted one of those, but there is a bookshelf. It would cover the window. Dang. It's like, you know, you got your little reading in front of the fire area. Oh my gosh, why is this so hard to place? Please. Oh, because it's huge. Got it. Yeah, no, we'll put this right behind the chairs so that while you're reading in front of the fireplace, well, sit in front of the fireplace so you can read. Alright, that's fine. And then we'll do... What are you doing out there? Just too big. It's fine. There we go. They're absolutely going to use this to store oil. Because, again, they're dummies. Can I crouch? Get down here? Oh, look at that. Now I can hide. Uncheck all. Uncheck all. Uncheck all. Yep, there it is. Is this a storage? It is not a storage. Okay. Alright. I think that's probably enough. Like, it's not amazing, I just wanted a relatively straightforward little structure. It's cute. I do think I want to have one of these right here. Okay. What else do we need to talk about? Right. I was gonna do a thing. Right. Right. Okay, so you can. See, you can really pump up the foundation height. What are you basing that off? Come on. Alright. Which is cool. There's a problem with this. I want to try and recreate. Because it's been a while since I've done any building. But, like... Ooh, wait, what if we do this? Get rid of this foundation entirely. Do a roof right here. Oh man, actually, that's pretty sick. Right, uncheck all. Do not put oil in here. That's actually accessible, but you can't get underneath it. Right. So, yeah. So I was trying to come up with ways to, let's say, hide your storage a little bit so it doesn't block your footpath. And, yeah, you guys build that. But here's the problem. Actually, dang. This would have worked. This totally would have worked. And then, oh, I'm sad I didn't think of this before. So we can do another roof there, and then a wall here. And then another one of these, but now it's too big. Not enough support, you say? Yeah. This actually would have worked. So let me build it and then show you what I mean by it. So we have all of that. And then we have basically another line of these here. The only question is, can pals cross this? I don't actually know the answer to that. But they're actually built. We can walk across them totally, and we can actually open them. These are the small chests, so that's a bit of an issue. And then we go like this, and enclose it, and look at that. So this would have been a storage system that I would have loved. Yeah. Because I was trying something else, and it didn't work. Let me see if I can recreate what I was trying. Not connected to a structure. Yeah, okay, whatever. And maybe it works differently with stone instead of wood? Huh. maybe they just changed how this works. It's gonna be like the least interesting episode, my goodness. So I did want, at one point, a storage system where it was up here, and that obviously didn't work. Yeah, that's way too high. If it's just on the ground, then it's in your way. That's actually really cool. I did not know that was an option. Because I've tried sinking it into the floor in the past. And it didn't work. I wonder... So if you had a foundation like this, that's high enough that you can go underneath. So even if there's a roof, you can go underneath. I wonder if you put a chest up here, if you could reach it. No, we just had our last hurrah on the multiplayer server that I was playing on last night, so this would be an awkward time to learn all these secrets. Yeah, okay. So if it's above you, you can't reach chests. Yeah. Then we have this ring that makes it a little bit hard to build stuff, and there is something very shiny over there. Well, that's that weird mushroom that just is shiny. Okay, if I had known about this, dang. I'm really sad that I didn't know about this until just now. Then again, it is also just hard to get the right chest, even like this. But like with a staircase to get up to this point, you could have built your whole base basically on a platform, had your storage underneath you so it's not taking up a bunch of space. Yeah. Yeah. And like, the fact that you can't reach this chest from here without jumping is really dumb, in my opinion. This is nice, but you have to be directly on top of it, which is also a problem. What else? Yeah, you can't... So, one of the issues with building... we're gonna blow all that up for a minute. If you have a foundation already built, it is extremely difficult to make something at a different angle, a chompy angle. So you're kind of stuck with where you start, unless you make a separate structure. Like, I think you might be able to do... If I plan it out perfectly, let's say I want to end at that pillar, I can do that. Nope, too close. Okay. I think right there? Nope, that's too far away. Yeah. You can make it happen if you're determined to, but... It's things like this that should just have built-in support. And listen, I know, Minecraft exists. So it's not like 90-degree angles are the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's as close as I'd ever care to get. I just think they could do better. There's only the one set of slopes, this 45 degrees. You can use stairs or a roof. And then there's the one wall, which also has the problem of, let's say, we have our little platform. And I build out to here. And then I also build here. Like, I can't fill in that gap. And because there's no corners at all on roof pieces, but especially no inverted corners, things like turrets can be a little obnoxious to try and make. And by that I mean, destroy all this. I'm just going to do a dirt simple little thing. Imagine you were at the top of a tower, and like it goes... Ugh. No, I just... Ugh. Snapping is annoying too. Like this, you know? And then can you snap to that, please? Please? Please, sir? If I destroy this, does that go away? No. Right, you've seen turrets, as in structures that go outwards and then become a little watchtower thing and then curve, angle back in, slope back in. And there's no inverted corner piece to make that outward corner happen. And also, you can't do it at the top either. The buildings themselves are huge. Like, that's a big building piece for a single piece of floor. Yeah. Now, yeah, I'm going to bring this up later. I don't hate all of the building. One thing that I really appreciate is how cheap all of these building pieces is. Because I've played games like Valheim and Ark. I really like that storage system. I really wish I had figured that out before our other server ended. Yeah, I've played games with Ark, where at base resource rates, you're spending a lot of time grinding just to build small pieces of wall. So having it at 3 stone per piece for this is really nice, frankly. It's really nice. I just wish a lot of the other issues didn't exist. Like, for instance, stone defensive wall. Okay, that sounds cool, right? Why can I just build that in the air? And another problem. So, stone defensive wall doesn't snap to itself. The gates don't snap to the walls. Doesn't snap to foundation. So building a walled-in structure is also really obnoxious. Is that a shroomer over there? Yeah, that's a shroomer. There's a lot of potential. The costs are great. I think all of these items, they look great, but I also believe that they're just an asset flip, basically. Like, they got these assets off of the Unity or Unreal web store and just kind of ran with it. Which I'm not saying is a huge issue, but kind of detracts from me saying they did a good job, you know? I ate bread. Thank you. Yeah. So, I've been ranting about it for a while on this particular episode. And the conclusion is, the building in this game is bad. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means this is not a game well suited for builders. I've played lots of these types of games, and some of them you can go crazy and do some amazing builds. And even in this game, you could do amazing builds. It requires scale. The size of the pieces and the awkwardness of snapping and the low variety of pieces means you need scale to make things look great. And on a public server, you can't have scale because you're limited by this blue ring. But on a private server, go nuts. Build something amazing. I have started like a giant castle, cathedral-looking thing that I think would be really cool looking in the game, and then I never went back to it because building in this game is pretty awkward. But you can do it. There's just a lot of, like, hoops you have to jump through. Whereas if you go play even Ark, Conan, Minecraft, obviously, there are far fewer hoops you are jumping through to make something that looks pretty good. Obviously, Minecraft has, like, its own special style, and you gotta work around that, but I don't know. I feel like this game is not a game for builders. It's a very fun game beyond that, so if you're coming here as a builder, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much. If you're coming here as just a open world survival crafter, I think you'll have a good time. I would recommend it. So that's where I am at. Do we have my pal spheres over here ready to go? We do indeed. Ooh, they even made me 2 extras. Thank you. And I'm going to make 1 ultimate sphere just to have the slot occupied. Yeah, it's not a game for builders. And that's okay. I came in hoping that I could do some cool building, and I tried a little bit of it and felt bad about it. I just felt frustrated because of, like, snap point issues and limited pieces. It wasn't a fun experience for me. And if you're not having fun, then what's the point? And what's the deal with airline food? Oh, I lost myself for a second there. Oh, we have too much stuff. Yeah. I won't be sad to see this game go in terms of, I don't want to have to deal with this inventory anymore. That's a me problem. Alright. I think we have to sign off soon, though. The reason I did all that building was, first of all, because I hadn't really showed it off on stream at all. And also, I wanted to have video of various... You know, let's go do a walkthrough of that base again, actually. I wanted to have video of what it can look like. Because I want to put together a little YouTube short, ideally. Ideally, I can edit it down that much. Of just, here's here's how building works, and here's the problems I have with it. Yeah. And my final verdict of it's just not for builders. I think we're going to sign off here, actually. Sign off on a different base. I don't know that we've ever done that. Other than when the game crashed. Haha. So. Yeah. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hopefully you liked what you saw. If you did, feel free to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the following US and Canada Pacific times. So on Mondays, 1 p.m., we play Palworld. That's the stream you just saw. Excuse me. 10:30 p.m. on Mondays, Final Fantasy VII, the original, not the remake. On Wednesdays, 1 p.m., more Palworld. While supplies last, and by that I mean until the server's done, which I hope is soon. Because I'm kind of running out of things to do. I just need to take on 2 more towers. And I just need to get the right pals to do it. I don't know, man. Fridays, 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., we do Iridia, The Paths We Dare Tread, which is basically a TTRPG in a box. It's a super fun board game. And if you're watching this today, their crowdfunding campaign for a second printing is still ongoing. I highly recommend you go check that out. I'm not sponsored in any way, so you can say that I sent you. That won't mean anything to them. But it is a really, really, really fun game. I highly recommend it. And I highly recommend you support the creators of it. Yeah, it's worth it. It is worth the price. What else? What else? Everything I do here on Twitch is recorded as a video on demand and exported to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the channel description somewhere down below. If you're already watching on YouTube, hello! Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like, you watching is a big part of how I determine what you want to watch. Oh, wow, I don't know, that felt like a obvious thing when I was saying it just now. But what I mean is, if a video of mine gets views, that helps me determine that that's content people like to see. So, if you want to see more Palworld, or more of this type of game in general, tune in more. You know, watch the streams, watch the recorded bits, whatever you need to do, or whatever you can do. Every bit helps. Yeah, I like seeing number go up. And with that, everybody, thanks for watching. First and foremost, thanks for commenting and chatting. I like engaging with you. And thank you for the following, subscribing, and liking. There we go. My goodness, brain just went. Thanks for following, liking, subscribing, all the other good stuff you can do both here on Twitch and on YouTube, and I will see you all next time.